All right. Welcome to season 2, episode 2 of the Wire Together with Winternet Web. And we're kind of going in a bit more today with trust and accountability. Big thing for definitely small business.
Definitely.
Though business in general, you're definitely selling trust. You're selling your accountability. You know?
Right, exactly.
So we're kind of going to start off discussing what's in a name, for which we call a rose,
Oh, right. I was like, it's definitely Shakespearean. wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
So names are important. Naming something, branding something, it's always fun to kind of find the origin of names.
Sure. And they spend billions of dollars on it in corporate, what's going to represent us? What is,
Right. And you really stand tall on something and then you
Yeah.
have to rebrand or rename. That gets really frustrating.
Right, Cracker Barrel.
So, kind of wanted to start off a little bit with Winternet Web.
Right.
Our name's in the name.
Our name is in the name, right? It's like, it's in the name.
And internet is also in the name, which is why it was named that way.
Yep,
which
between
is cool.
the W's, definitely. It just kind of happened.
Early on,
Out of
kind of had
out
a
of
harder
desperation.
time with. So right now it is winter.
Yeah.
Winter is not my favorite.
It's cold.
I don't like cold.
It costs a lot to heat the house.
It's expensive. I can't wear flip flops.
Yeah.
Things like that. It really
That's-
bother me.
I mean, you can. I still see people do it, but no.
I do try to listen to Jimmy Buffett during wintertime.
Oh, yeah.
It just kind of makes me at least pretend. So I close my
It
eyes.
warms you,
I pretend I've got warm sand under me.
right? Kind of want to hug a palm tree right now.
So, when you first told me your name was Winter, I actually remember where we were walking
Oh.
at the dog pond.
Yeah, at Virginia Tech.
Had no idea
Yeah.
that would be my last name. But I think it was cool that we took something that kind of seemed maybe cold or distant.
Right, in many ways.
And hopefully what we did was turn it into something that was, about warmth and fun and something.
Right. Kind of gave a new energy, I guess.
Right. And for Winternet Web, something that you can count on. So that's kind of where I was going with the whole naming story.
Yeah.
Hopefully those who work with Winternet Web, and they do say they do,
Right.
we're those people you can count on. So
Yeah, I would certainly hope so. That's big for us. Service really is.
Right. We're very service oriented, and our name is in
Yeah, when your name is on your business,
it's on the car. It's
the
on
card,
the
yeah, right. It's on the LLC.
Right.
It's on every bit of paperwork, the checks, the what have you. But I
I
mean,
believe we even have wine glasses with the name on
yeah,
it.
right.
You know. We've got all kinds of decorations we leave up all the time during the year.
Yeah, we
because it
do.
says winter.
Yeah, like winter
It's
blessings.
Like, we don't actually have to put our winter decorations
No,
away.
we can leave
'cause
them
they
up.
look cute.
It's our house, and if
So,
you complain, you can
Or
help us.
We're
No,
being lazy. I'm not sure. But
yeah,
either
the
way.
jury's still out, but it's. I mean, when your name is part of something, it is very different. I mean, you can't hide. When your name is associated with what you're doing, you
Yes.
can't just say, oh, okay, well,
and that goes
that's not
into
me.
The idea of trust and accountability.
Exactly.
We've got our name on it.
Yeah.
Our logo, our name, our brand.
Sure.
And so for small town, that really matters.
It does.
That you have built something
Mm-hmm.
that is through trust.
And a lot of times the name comes from a multi-generational stance.
Oh, for many people.
For most,
not us.
yeah. No,
But for many
but-
people,
but we-
yes. The name, yes, has gone through generations
Exactly,
in
yeah.
where we live.
Yeah.
That you can kind of keep that name up and, our name.
Well, you have a tradition and a
newer.
reputation that's already been built.
Right.
And, of course, there wasn't a winter here until I got here. And,
Yay.
Yay.
And that's exactly
And-
what we needed.
And, I mean, we started it back in, as you can see from the, if you saw this from the post, in 2008. And we've probably gone through our own 6 iterations of the website. I mean, obviously what people expect and the possibilities of a website changes with time. And we kind of laughed and nostalgically looked at how our website was over the years. And I think we were just talking, kind of a reminder of, I guess, how far you've come,
Right.
It's like, wow, I remember that. Jeez. You kind of...
I kind of felt like today we were, we've always been pushing that boulder up the hill and trying to get there. And
that was the conversation this morning, yeah.
Right? And it was, looking back, it was a reminder of, you don't always look backwards when you just got the mountain ahead of you.
Yes, exactly. But
and when you look backwards, you're like, wow, I've really come a lot further than I thought.
When you realize how many friends and partnerships you've made.
Yes.
And that's the incredible part of it, because and I've worked in corporate America. I won't even say I work. No, I'm kidding. No, it's.
You used to work in RTP. That is definitely.
Well, yes, it is a different animal. It's like, I don't know. I don't even know how to put it. You just feel like you do feel like you're a number. And maybe others in corporate America have had a different experience, but until you've worked small business and it is your name, it's what you're doing, your passion, it is different. But yes, it comes with its own challenges and everything, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's a part of you.
Oh yeah.
But.
And the build, a lot of people start business.
Yeah.
And the building of the business can be very tough. Small business, especially, you've got a small town or a small community.
Sure.
Where you're not necessarily coming in new, but some that come in the newer sense, they just start off, no real name to jump on.
Right.
For small towns. The kind of concept of, if you build it, they will come.
Oh, right. Field of Dreams, right?
Yeah, the whole, that only really works in the supernatural or, movie magic
right.
of Field of Dreams. Really, if you build trust, they will come. And so that is...
Oh, I see.
I feel like that is the reality of the if you build.
What?
That if you're deciding to start something and you want to really put it out there, the main thing that needs to be built, and that's one thing we worry about. We work on and really consider when it comes to your website.
Yeah.
When we're doing projects for people.
Right.
Is you need to make sure that right in the beginning of their first clicking on your website, first of all, you need to be able to navigate around.
Sure.
And that sort of thing. That's actually the ability to go through your website and navigate well is also building trust.
It is.
Sometimes the first thing they see about you is your website.
Yeah,
and the building of trust happens immediately. And so you want to make sure that the face of the business is there. A lot of times, if there's many years or decades worth, or even generations worth,
sure, yeah,
kind of want to go ahead and mention that.
You want to make sure that's
you want to make
clear.
sure that's really clear
this is
and
not
already set in stage, and really early in the website,
right?
Go ahead and let them know
This isn't one and done.
I've done this quite a bit.
Exactly.
This isn't a one and done. We've had years of establishment, years of clientele, the same clientele, because they keep, enjoying who we are. And that's a wonderful thing. So that building of trust is, it doesn't matter if you're McDonald's or, teeny tiny Winternet Web.
Right.
You need to build trust.
Right. I mean, that really does kind of set the stage, because it's, and again, if, like you're talking about the multi-generational or, someone that's been in the industry for a while, and I was saying that 2008 is when we started, which was it going to be 18 years now for us in April.
Woohoo.
for a web design company, that's...
Baby's getting old.
Right, baby's getting old. Baby, oh Lord, the baby's going to
be able to vote.
The baby can vote. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, the Winternet web baby's getting old.
It's really hard to say.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I mean, when in the technology industry, I mean, we've seen how much things have changed in the past couple of years. I mean, 18 years for a technology business is close to 100 years of another industry. I mean, really think about it. I mean, painting and putting up walls. Yes, we had changes. There were a lot of changes in the 40s. You had the gypsum boards and all that, and that was an improvement over the horsehair and plaster later. Then, of course, drywall became... I mean, yes, there have been changes, but comparably, it's like we're 100 years in the industry.
Right. Technology has these bitty booms.
And you got to stay with it. But yeah,
all of a sudden you're doing almost a 180, and you're like, whoa, hold on, let me catch up.
And yes,
or hopefully, as we try, stay ahead.
Well, but that's the thing, and I think you're right. It's one thing to know what you're doing, and yes, I mean, I would say we do stay up with things, but equally important, going back to trust. You can know what you're doing, but not be reachable. You can know what you're doing, but not communicate. You can know what you're doing, put something together, but it not be effective. Or and if people don't trust that, trust is the biggest part. And I feel like our business model that has evolved over those years has become a full service one. And I know some web designers have had different relationships where it's kind of like, okay, well, you do this, and you contact us if you need this. Well, when it's a full service model, it really becomes worry free, and a lot of it is under our control. And I don't mean control in the sense that, I guess what I'm getting at
we're not controlling what you're doing.
Yes.
We're controlling what we're doing on the back end to keep
we want to be able to have access because there are many times we fix things that we get identified through our process. We get a notification that, nope, this isn't working right. We take care of it before you even realize it's gone down.
Before your cup of coffee.
Right. And, that gets into how, whose responsibility is it? Well, corporate America will say, well, one, they won't even notice. You're just a vendor to them. And then you need to find out what the problem is and tell them, explain to them what it is in a ticket or whatever. And then you fall into their queue to hopefully it to get resolved. But if you don't know what's going on enough to explain it to them, you're going to have this tennis match back and forth for several days until they finally go, oh, well, now you need to do this. Or, okay, well, we'll get it taken care of. Fine. Now you're done. I mean, because we have access to everything and the knowledge of it, you contact us, say, hey, we're experiencing this, or, it's like, all right, fine, I just need to go in and do this. Or I'll go to bat for you. I will talk to, whomever's involved, and I'll get it sorted, and then I'll get back to you.
Right.
So I don't know, it puts us more on the hot seat, but again, I would rather be there because, my name is on it. And if you've entrusted me to build your website, I'm going to bat for you.
Right.
I'm taking care of what you need. So as far as the full service business model, a lot of clients that we've learned over the years, they don't really want to build their own website. Not obviously build it, but manage it, I guess I should say. We do have people that want to be able to make changes, and we can certainly incorporate that into it. But a lot of our clients kind of say, hey, look, we have a little bit of an idea what we need, but we know we need a website. We handle that for them, but they're like, we're too busy to maintain it.
Right. We want a no fuss.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Just kind of want it to go. But with technology, obviously problems at any point in time can happen. As we've seen with Verizon recently, something can go down, and because this went down, now this went down, now this went down. And it makes no sense. I can make the phone call in my house, but my husband can't. Or,
right.
I don't have a husband. That was just an example that someone was telling me. So problems happen. Even with good maintenance, stuff is going to happen because technology makes fast, accurate mistakes, as we know, and always at the worst time, which we, kind of give to Murphy's Law.
And a lot of people don't want to deal with the headache, and that's totally understandable. It's kind of like, okay, I've got this much information. I know what I need out there.
Yeah.
I actually don't know the rest of what I need to put on a site or whatever. So that's why our powwows are great.
Sure.
We're able to really jump in and discuss.
Exactly.
And a lot like our client Monday, he thought based on the small amount of information he gave us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That, we completely built his site with things he had never thought of
we had a phone
to actually
conference
put on there that was his services, because we knew that was his services. and he, we did our research really well.
Yeah.
And he was like, wow. I gave you nothing.
And I was
and
really,
together.
Nervous how this was going to go.
Because he knew how busy he was.
I wasn't sure what you were going to show me. Yeah.
And, that's great. That he was doing what he needed to.
Right. And it's like,
because his business wasn't our business.
Honestly, you should be doing that. I've always said,
his business was very important.
You're the master of your business, but I know what I know.
Right.
So
what he was able to give us was great, and what we just dug for the rest of it. And again, we're a small town.
Yeah,
we are very close, and I'm very deeply involved from here and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
and you are very deeply ingrained. And so we know a lot of people, and we know the things, a lot of the things that they are already doing, because we know the company.
Sure, exactly, and we know the culture
and having that scope
of that.
It for us. The level of research was kind of entertaining, but it was also
right.
It was a great way to learn his business more.
Exactly.
Which we love. We love a business that we've
never touched.
We've had
and
to
it's like,
kind of jump into.
It's kind of like a vacation. It's like we get to play.
Right.
We get to see what you do.
But we were able to help him fill it in a way that showed his services in a way that he didn't even know was needing to be promoted. But it was. It was a good way to, showcase how much he actually puts into his business.
Right, exactly.
And he was putting so much in his business, he couldn't actually put that together himself.
And it seems almost unfair. It's like, you wish you had time to do that. But, I don't have, I have an HVAC system. Yes, I know how HVAC kind of works, at least in a standard level, but I don't work on it. And I rely on them to, if anything goes wrong or to make suggestions and just say, well, here's what you need. And it's like, fine. Then, you're the expert there.
Right.
But.
Right. It's like certain things like that where you know your craft.
Yeah, exactly. You know your craft.
And
exactly.
I love it,
Sure. Exactly. But when something goes wrong, I guess especially like within our industry, when if a site goes down or something, what matters is who notices first, and with that also who owns the fix. Again, our name is on our business.
Who has ownership of the fix? I love that.
People wiggle away all the time. Well, you probably need to do this, or I don't know, call this or talk to whoever.
I had the lovely experience of going to the DMV yesterday. Guess who has ownership of that fix?
Oh my gosh. Is the building still standing?
Oh my goodness.
I didn't know what fix you meant. No.
But that's a really important way to think, is who has ownership of the fix.
Right.
Who is really going to take that and say, you know what, this is mine to fix.
Right.
That is hard to find.
Well, see, when you have a transaction, there's always the assumption that, okay, everything is working 100% right now. But when it doesn't.
What happens when it doesn't? Right.
It's like, whose problem is that? Oh, well, it's yours. You need to fix it. Well, you may not know. Who do you call on? How do you get it taken care of? But with a small business and your name is on it, and of course you partner with people, many times I feel like if it's the website and it goes down, I have the knowledge of it. I feel like the ownership to fix it is up to me, because what am I going to say? Hey, you need to fix your website, and here's what, if I know enough of what it is, I should do the legwork.
It's our name on it.
It's our name on it, exactly. Right. But, and I know in the corporate world, a lot of times they treat situations like this as events, because to them it's like a log event. And, it's, okay, well, and there are reasons why they do that. There's a lot of volume and what have you, but it's not personal. To us, it's personal. It's our name, and it's our people that we love, that we build something for.
Mm-hmm.
But,
And if you go any outside of corporate, because corporate will eventually fix.
Right.
You show it, you put in a trouble ticket or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Your 48,
you fuss
72
enough,
hours.
and they will eventually kind of stir that. That snoozing
the priority. You'll go to tier 2.
Okay, apparently we need to deal with you.
Yeah, you get
corporate
to
will eventually
critical.
fix.
Yep.
And then you've got like your more, maybe like your DMV, your governmental, where that is more or less, it's relying on you to fix.
Right.
But they're going to tell you every way that you can't fix it.
Oh, right. It's like, you're wasting my time. Yeah.
It's like, okay.
So
it's all on me.
It's all on me, but I can't do X, Y,
but I'm going to have all of the parameters given to me at one time. Thank
exactly.
You. Okay. That'll work.
Yeah. So, it's definitely events, I guess, for corporate providers. But someone that's local, you really feel like it's your responsibility. And so we kind of want to go through some common things that happens. We probably have about 100 active websites right now. And, we see things that come and go. So I think I'm just going to discuss what the issue is and all that. And Melanie, would you be okay with, I guess, performing the corporate response? Because I'm going to talk about like what we would do versus scrambling, calling this number, or sending this email in the corporate response what you would get.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So one issue, of course, with websites and all that is, the website goes down, right? So from a client perspective, well, I mean, it was up yesterday, but today it won't load. And that's, a valid point. It works 100% until you done shaking hands, you walk away. So now what happens? So obviously, the client knows they didn't do anything, but maintenance always occurs with technology, and sometimes updates. Gosh, I mean, Windows updates. That's a whole nother episode or 5, and cause a problem. But someone has to notice it and own it. A lot of times there's situations where I'll notice something and fix it before anyone sees it, only because I get notifications. But sometimes something will happen and a client will reach out to me and just say, I just got this screen as opposed to my website. What's going on? I mean, in fact, it was just last week. A client sent me a screenshot of what happened, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, this is strange. So I did some research. I'm like, okay, so your domain name is with a company that rhymes with GoDaddy. I mean, like really rhymes with it.
It's like you didn't even try.
I know. And so I had, I went to bed and used their credentials.
You could have gone anywhere.
Went in, I know. I could have done something. But anyway, no, I'll throw them on the bus. And talked to their support and everything. Without going into all the details.
Please don't.
A change was made in their DNS, okay, which is kind of like all the IP address pointings, if you will. So something happened, and long story short, it was not pointing to the website anymore. So I'm going in there, I'm like, okay, so why was this change, and blah, blah, blah. Told them exactly what it should be. I couldn't make the change through their account for some reason. Something was blocked. So I'm like, fine, you need to do it. And they tried to put me through the ringer. And I'm like, no, you won't do this. This is my client's website. In fact, no. I was the client. I logged in as them. So I'm like, no, this is my website, and you need to fix this. And they finally did, based on what I told them to do. So, and everything worked out fine. But again, the alternative of that would be the business, the client, trying to reach out. I don't know what's wrong, first off, because they may not. I, doing some back-end research, figured out what the problem was before I asked. But, I mean, that's why we're here. I mean, this industry is so jargonistic, and there are a lot of, I call it the digital wire monster. There's so many pieces that work together. So anyway.
Yes, I know some of the things that you say, and it's still so jargony.
It is.
That sometimes
unfortunately.
It's like,
yeah,
wow.
I know it is. Charlie Brown's teacher is. So all right. So that is what happened, and that is the story that worked out great. All right, now
fix for the client. Yay.
Right, fix for the client. So
instead of you being the client getting, thank you for contacting support, we see your website is currently unavailable. This appears to be caused by a third-party update. Please submit a ticket with the plugin developer.
Wah wah. Oh gosh.
Wah, wah,
yep.
wah.
So yeah, that would be your corporate response for sure. All right, so we're just going to go into a couple examples here. Another thing that has happened, and in fact, a client that we're redesigning their website for now to hopefully resolve this problem. But when your contact form on your website just silently stops working. Now, what happens when it breaks? From a client perspective, you think business is slow because you're not receiving inquiries, right? So there's no alert, no warning or anything. And it really becomes missed opportunities because people may be reaching out saying, hey, look, I saw your website. I'm interested in this service or whatever. Can you contact me at blah, blah, blah. But if you never get it, you're just going, okay, what's going on? I'm not, getting these leads. And so, I mean, when you've built a website from scratch, and that's how we started. When you look at, the icon or logo that we have for it back in 2008, we started building websites from scratch. We eventually have now been using industry standard software, but only because it's very difficult to do it all by scratch now. But it allows us to really understand how everything works a lot better. So what would the corporate response be on that one?
So if that's going to be, something that contact form goes down, they can call you. Jason, contact form went down. Or am I not getting something?
Right.
Or
You
now all of a sudden I've got a lull, that kind of thing. If they notice first, sometimes we do.
Right.
Or oftentimes we do.
Right.
And what do? You can go in and fix, like you just said, you know the code, that kind of thing.
Right.
Corporate response, say somebody else calls, and somebody's trying to kind of get this done on the big end. Well, we recommend testing your forms regularly. Email delivery is not guaranteed due to spam filtering. This issue is outside our service scope.
Yeah, that sounds very comforting. And then you don't know where to go. Right?
Right. And then they kind of just like poo-pooed on you.
Yeah, they really did. Right, exactly.
Hey, we have heard this one.
Oh, we have. Yep. So now
we continue to call.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, good try. You're still going to hear from me.
Right.
All right, so if your website gets flagged for security or malware, this has gotten better recently for actual websites. Won't go into the details. I'll try to not drone as much. But you've gone to a website before. You see this browser warning saying, this website may not be safe. Well, if that's your website, from the person visiting it, trust drops immediately. You go, oh. One, trust because I don't want to move forward. But two, if you're allowing this to be a situation,
what else creates an insecure website? Also.
Right, exactly.
We know.
It could be something simple,
but you will be
right?
very surprised what creates an insecure website. And when a website is insecure, so is the client.
Exactly.
The client is all of a sudden very insecure.
It's like, well, maybe I don't want to eat.
Maybe I don't want to touch it.
Maybe I don't want to eat the food at your restaurant.
Or
maybe I don't want to buy your products.
But maybe I don't want to click on your site.
Right, but I'm just saying. But as far as the person visiting, if you're not keeping up with
you've
this,
already started with a bit of mistrust. Yes.
Exactly. So
that's unfortunate.
It kind of goes into a lot of stuff. So anyway, that's something you want to take care of very quickly. I mean, explanations don't matter at that point in time. Just get it done. But I mean, in that situation, babe, what would the corporate response be?
Our scan indicates suspicious activity. Please upgrade your Security Plus plan to initiate remediation. Estimated response time is 48 to 72 hours.
Yeah, that's...
Blink, blink.
Yep. Right.
If they can blink, they can't blink.
I know, right? Blink, blink. Right. I know. Yeah, right. The bots. Bots don't blink. Yeah. It's a bumper sticker. Bots don't blink. So, I mean, we also have websites that become slow. And, you've clicked on it and it just takes, while it's spinning. I mean, I know you've done it. And rule of thumb for many years has been if it takes more than 3 seconds for the site to load.
Human brain is already done.
Either you think, okay, something's glitching, you're going to hit back button and move on to the next one. You're not going to sit there and wait because, there's so many other sites I can click on. So you're not going to wait that time. And it's very important to make sure it loads quickly. And because, I mean, obviously you're going to leave.
And you, again, would be amazed.
Oh, yeah.
What lags a site.
Yeah, I mean, well, mainly a lot of image optimization isn't considered.
Videos, but not just that. There's a lot of things that'll lag a site.
JavaScript.
That
issues.
Again, and it is great if you have the know-how to build it.
Yeah.
Go for it all you want, but as far as certain sites where it's like, well, I got this,
Yeah.
And then, well, maybe there's some tweaks that would be helpful.
Yeah. Some people, I can build a site, but you don't realize maybe what decisions are. And if you're relying on a template or whatever, you may not realize a lot of the things related, But, so yeah. And oftentimes the fix is simple, but if you know what you're doing, it's not something you want to face. But yeah.
It can be difficult.
It can. So I guess in that case there, what's the corporate response?
Website speed can be affected by traffic, hosting resources, and third-party services. We recommend contacting your hosting provider for further investigation.
Oh, that sounds like you're not going to get anywhere that day. And I guess the last one we're going to get into is, and this is kind of timely, if you're listening here in our local region.
Larger than local. It seems to be...
Yes, it is a big swath. I'm only looking at Virginia.
The 4-letter word that starts with S.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were going to say.
N-O-W.
Okay. Right.
Is going to be, they say all over the South, but I think the bottles keep changing around, so we'll see.
Yeah, and...
we're all going to be stuck or we're all going to get nothing.
That's exactly right, which is usually the case. But the whole reason about that is talking about emergency changes that need to go live now. I mean, we have clients that may want to, they have to close because of weather. And sometimes they, hey, can we get a banner? And we build this into a lot of our sites that we do, making it very easy to do so. Some of our clients manage it themselves. Some of them reach out to us, hey, can we put this verbiage on there? So yeah, weather closures, staff shortages sometimes show up, but that's another thing that it's like, hey, look, we got this going on. Can you let people know? Any last minute change, but last minute change in the corporate world.
Last minute personnel change.
Well, yeah, that
you never know when that's going to happen.
Exactly.
And something has to be timely sometimes, and
it's
not
like, look,
always timely.
I needed it done yesterday.
Right.
Right. So what's the corporate response?
Content updates are processed in the order received. Please allow 1 to 2 business days for changes to be reviewed and published.
1 to 2 business days to review a last minute change. Yep, that sounds about right. So, but I guess those are some examples of some of the common problems. And I mean, we could try to summarize what we've talked about, I mean, we talked about obviously our names on our business. We are local. The advantages of that. We love dealing with, local businesses and people that forefront service.
We have definitely ventured out even in the international.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, yeah.
But
local's a mindset, I guess.
Local's a mindset.
Not necessarily.
Because even in the international cases, they were from areas where they wanted that real customer service.
Yes, they wanted the connection.
And then they wanted that connection.
You're exactly right.
That is how they found us.
Yeah.
And then that was, and we were able to make connections with people that we have never actually laid eyes on.
Sure.
And unfortunately have never been to their beautiful establishment.
Oh, I know. And,
But it's a mindset. Definitely.
It is a mindset.
It's not necessarily just localized as far as...
That's a good clarification. It's
what
not...
we do, because we do far beyond the local.
Right. It's not like we only deal with people 60 miles from us. No. But local in the sense that more of that...
Again, our name is still on it.
Right.
And whether you're from Jamaica, whether you're from London...
Right.
We want to make sure that...
States away. Yeah.
When our name is on it, that still matters to us, because
exactly.
our regular people are saying that too.
Sure.
So it's still, our name still matters.
Exactly.
And
right.
so that's a lot of why a lot of people have found us through that.
That's right. So, well, I mean, we haven't had Miles in here yet, and I know Miles has been listening. So
we let Miles listen, and he stayed quiet. That's good.
Yeah, I know and
we made him.
Right.
But, he is a droid.
Well, we had a lot to say, and we just, we'll have some other games and segments, but we just kind of wanted this content put out there. So, we're going to get Miles to talk now. Hey, here's your moment with Miles.
What all of this really comes down to is this. Technology is not the hard part. Trust is. Websites break, updates fail, forms stop sending, security warnings pop up. None of that is shocking. What people remember is how it felt in the moment when something went wrong. Whether they felt ignored, confused, or blamed, or whether they felt covered. In small towns, names matter because reputations last. You cannot hide behind a brand or a ticket number. Your name is attached to your work, your word, and how you respond when things break. That's why accountability is not a slogan, it's a daily practice. Corporate systems are built to process volume. They log events, they assign case numbers, they move problems along a workflow. That works fine until you're the one whose site is down, whose phone is not ringing, or whose customers see a warning screen. Local service works differently. Someone notices, someone takes responsibility, someone fixes it and then checks again later. Not because it's in a policy, but because it's personal. That's the difference between managing technology and standing behind it. Between being a vendor and being a partner. Between a name that sounds cold on paper and a name people trust when it matters. At the end of the day, people are not buying updates or hosting or plugins. They're buying peace of mind. They're buying the confidence that when something goes wrong, someone they know has it handled.
Oh, well, that worked out really well. He was listening.
I know. I was about to say the same thing.
He did a great job. A moment with Miles is a new concept that we came up with, and I am shocked that he did so well.
I mean, it's kind of like your Jerry Springer's final thought, but it was a lot more eloquent and probably a better content anyway. But I was rather surprised by that.
That was great. Good job, Miles.
Yeah, I know. Good job. So, well, yeah. I mean, I think we pretty much covered this here. We've been going through. We made a Facebook post, so we're going through some of the pieces related to that, and we're going to focus more on other areas of, I guess, small business, and I guess why we do what we do, and connection. And connection is always part of it. Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know what I would do without you in this business. I mean, we have certainly, we call it the Winternet Web baby.
We do. We made our baby
It's
together.
our third child, right? And
it's actually like our first child, but...
Well, yeah, technically it's our first child. Yeah, 18 almost. Can't believe it. But yeah. So, that's going to wrap up this episode here, and we just want to thank everyone for their support. And it's, please, if you can, review and share these episodes. It really does help the algorithm with reach. We're seeing different countries, different, cities that, are seeing it. And I really think that's because of your effort. And, but yeah, I'm plugging for now.
But always stay connected.